Hello everyone. Today at another new topic, we'll cover on advanced uh, topics of Java. So there are three things we will cover today. First one is what is deadlock, then how to create a deadlock in Java. And the third thing is how to detect the deadlock using jconsole. So I have created one separate video for jconsole. If you wanted to have a fair idea on jconsole, please watch the jconsole in the playlist. Guys, please subscribe to my channel if you like my videos. Okay, without wasting time, let's understand what is deadlock in Java. So I have drawn one small picture. Okay, here we have two threads, thread 1 and thread 2. Okay, and two locks are there, lock 1 and lock 2. Okay. So in the thread 1, first I am getting a lock 1 and thread 1 is also trying for lock 2. So thread 2, first it has acquired the lock 2 and trying to get a lock for trying to get lock 1. So as because thread 2 is already acquired lock 2, thread 1 is waiting for lock 2. As thread 1 is already acquired lock 1, thread 2 is waiting for a lock 1. So this is a condition we call that as deadlock, because this thread is waiting for this one and this thread is waiting for lock 2. Thread 2 is waiting for lock 1. Thread 1 is waiting for lock 2. So this scenario is called as deadlock, which means thread 1 cannot proceed until unless lock 2 it acquires, whereas thread 2 cannot proceed until unless lock 1 it gets acquired. So our system hangs, so it will not perform anything. So this is tightly dependent. Thread 1 is locked, waiting for lock 2, and thread 2 is waiting for lock 1. So this is a deadlock. Okay, in general terms, if one thread is waiting for the resource where that resource is acquired the lock by the other thread and it is not releasing, this thread is always in the waiting stage. So even this thread is not releasing again, this thread is also depending on the other lock, which is this one is holding, then that is also waiting. So let us see how to create that in Java. Okay, I have created a class called deadlock test. Inside this I have a method, main method. Okay, here if you see lock 1 and lock 2. So lock is a class from concurrent package, and I have created a object for that lock. So lock is a interface. Okay, I have created a object for that lock 1 using the reentrant lock. So this is also from concurrent package. Okay, I have created lock 1 and lock 2. Now I am trying to create thread 1 and thread 2. Okay, using runnable interface. So same in the picture as I have drawn, this is my thread 1 and this is my thread 2. So let us go to thread 1. So using runnable interface, my thread name is runnable 1. So here you can implement using runnable interface, or extending a thread also is fine. So I have opted this one. Here if you see, I have two properties, lock 1 and lock 2. So I'm instantiating using the constructor. So in the run method, if you carefully see, the first statement is I'm just getting the thread name. So thread name, and so I have a SOP thread name acquiring lock 1. This is what I have done. Thread 1 acquiring lock 1. So thread 1 acquiring lock 1, then I am doing lock 1 dot lock. So thread 1 will acquire this lock, and then I'm printing the same thing. Thread 1 is acquired lock 1, and I'm sleeping for some time because to create this scenario. So And after this, I am trying to get the lock of L2 lock I am trying to get here, trying to acquire lock2. So lock2 dot lock I am trying, and then I'm printing. So lock2 dot lock acquired. So here I'm just releasing both, unlocking lock1 dot unlock, lock2 dot unlock. This is one thread. The same way I have other thread runnable too. So here also the order only changing. See here, as I mentioned, thread 1 is trying to get the lock first. Thread 2 where thread 2 trying to get the lock 2 first. So thread 2 exactly same all this constructor everything. So here while I'm getting the lock2 dot lock I'm getting, and then sleeping, then lock1 dot lock, and then so it is trying to wait for the lock1, whereas thread 1 is trying to wait for the lock2. So here after that I am just unlocking it, both of them. Okay, when we run it now, so here I'm creating an object for thread class by passing the runnable 1, thread class 2, passing the runnable 2 object, and then I'm setting the name for the thread for our easy understanding, and then starting the thread. So thread 2, start the thread. So now what happens, t1 dot start when we run, then it will come here in the run method, it will acquire the lock 1, and then it will go for sleep. Meanwhile, thread 2 start also we are doing. So thread 2 it will come here in the in the run method, it will acquire the lock 2, and then it will go for sleep. 3 seconds. 3000 milliseconds means 3 seconds. Then once it completes the sleep time, both of them. So let's say after 3 seconds it woke up, and then it will try to get the lock of lock 2, which is already locked by thread 2. So the same way the thread 2 also is trying to get the lock of lock 1, which is already got by thread 1. So that is how it is getting the deadlock scenario. See here, thread 1 when it before sleep it will get the lock. It's locked. So whereas thread 2 before the sleep it will get the lock. So here once it wakes up, then this one will be waiting for this one will be waiting for this one always, because this is not releasing this one, this is also not releasing this one. This scenario is called as deadlock. So let me run this and show you. Okay, so I'm just running this Java program. If you see here, thread 2 is trying to get the lock 2, thread 1 is trying to get the lock 1. Thread 2 acquired the lock, thread 1 has acquired the lock. Now thread 2 is waiting for lock 1, thread 1 is waiting for lock 2. So this, if you see here, this is a very important, it is still on red, it is not terminated. Okay, this is what, so our Java program is not, it hanged. So this is deadlock. Now how to detect this deadlock? So whether it's a deadlock or not, we don't know, right? As because we have put the SOPs, we are able to see in general project, whatever we do, we will not put the SOPs, right? So how to detect that is, so I will just open a command prompt and do a jconsole. Okay, once jconsole opens, so this is my program, I'm just connecting to that. Go to thread section. Here there is a tab called thread. So if you see here, detect deadlock, you just click on it. See here, it is showing thread 1 and thread 2 are in deadlock. Thread 1 and thread 2 are deadlock. State is waiting. This one also waiting. Using this way, we can detect the deadlock. So you can have a doubt that okay, if you don't have deadlock, this section won't be there. Like it will not have anything. It will show no deadlocks identified. So just I will stop this process. So I have a simple Java program where we have a while loop just to make our program not to terminate. Let me run this. Okay, I am closing this jconsole to show you if there is no deadlocks, it will not show that section. I'm just opening the jconsole again. So I'm just connecting to our program. Our program is test. That is what I have connected. So now if you go to thread section, so if you click on detect deadlocks, see it is saying no deadlocks detected. No deadlocks detected. So this is how we can detect the deadlocks. I hope guys this is very useful. Please subscribe to my channel. So I have created watch list also, like playlist. You can go through jconsole, all those stuff. Thank you. Bye bye for now.